Hey guys, it's Liz FPV. How are you today? I hope you have had breakfast, because it's important. So, if you've seen my videos in the past, you may have noticed that I use this old boy right here, Tyrannix Qx7 Access. I love this controller. I don't have sticks on it, so you might be able to foretell what's going to happen in this video, but I love this controller a lot. And there's a point to where I was going to switch controllers. I was going to go Crossfire, so Tango 2. I was looking for it when it got popular, and I ended up buying an X-Lite because I wanted to try out the gamepad style, see if I enjoyed it. I'm a gamer. I love having sitting at my gaming computer, but I'm a gamer, so I love that, and I really love the style when I'm playing games. So I was gonna look for it, and I flew with it for a little bit, and for some reason I just didn't enjoy it. My fingers couldn't stay on the sticks, and I thumb as well. I think the gamepad style is good for thumbing, is what most people say, but I don't think I could do it. And I was just losing my sticks, losing my control. I felt like I didn't have the full control. I really don't understand it 100%, but I feel like I didn't have the full control that I get when holding these and using these gimbals, which the X-Lite, I'm pretty sure, had Hall gimbals, so it should have been a little bit better, but it wasn't. But yeah, that whole spiel was just to say that I went with the Mambo. So this thing's fucking awesome. It is, it really is. I love it a lot, and it's considerably different, but I'd have to say it is the same exact size, literally the same size as the Qx7. The only thing that makes it smaller is kind of the beveled edges of the side of the actual TX itself. It's due to it being rounded and not as big and robust, makes it considerably smaller. It fits better in your hands, and the finger rests and hand rests make a huge difference as well, because they're not as bulky. You don't have to fit your entire hand around the controller, I feel, and that might be why I thumb as well, because I started out with the Qx7. If I would have started out with something smaller, I may be a pincher as well, but the TBS Mambo is really nice, and I didn't get it for Tracer, to be honest. I am going to race, and I'm going to slowly get into the whoop racing, and then into bigger quad race. I've raced, but with friends and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to use the Tracer, but I really got it just so I can kind of have the best of both worlds. I can fly long range in my adventurous freestyle, or I can settle down and race somewhere if I want to on a Tracer link. And so yeah, overall I like it. It's really awesome. But so I decided to do a stick cam video, so I'm gonna run it on the sim a little bit. I think I'm gonna play Uncrashed possibly, and show you guys the feel of the sticks, the throw, the gimbals. The gimbals are really nice, Hall sensor gimbals, and I will say the throw is less than the Qx7. But when I was watching other reviews, I noticed that everybody was saying that, but I could not find a Qx7 review. I could only find a TX16S comparison, and I've never used the Radio Master before. Oh yeah, I have used it. Never mind. But I've never actually had decent time with the Radio Master, but it was fun to use. But yeah, the throw is less, but flying it, I don't necessarily notice, because it's pretty close to the same. And flying my 3-inch, I have a video coming out on that as well, but flying my 3-inch, I do have to be pretty heavy on the throttle. Due to how kind of heavy the quad is, I have to be heavy on the throttle, and it's perfect with this. It's perfect with this because I feel like the throttle, the increments in between actually raising your throttle and getting gradual throttle is higher. It wouldn't make sense because it's 0 to 100, but I feel like it would be higher, or is higher than the Qx7. So when I increase my throttle on this versus when I increase my throttle on the Qx7, I feel like I'm getting a faster throttle response on the Mambo than the Qx7 on the same link, on the same Crossfire link with the same micro TX. So yeah, let's see how this thing feels. Let's see. You see the stick cam, so it's gonna be, yeah, let's get in the sim. Alright guys, so here we have the TBS Mambo, and we have Uncrashed FPV. So we're gonna give this a run on the simulator, kind of see how it does. I've already flown it on the simulator, maybe 2 hours or so. I flew it on the sim before I take it out, so I make sure I like the feel of it beforehand, before I go in there. Also, I love that it's USB-C, because the I don't have my Qx7. Oh, I do. Qx7 is the access version that I have, is old school USB, and so those aren't as readily available as the USB-C cables are now, so that's really awesome. I really enjoy that. Also, something I like a lot, I may have mentioned this already, but this is a 2-position switch, and this is my reset button actually, because it's just a press in. It feels like a trigger, so that's really awesome. But yeah, let's go rip at the Force Bando and see how this controller does. So see if I can break out a little whine in the beginning. So off the back, it's super smooth compared to my Qx7, but that might be, that would have been cool. That might be the gimbals, because these are Hall sensor gimbals, and my Qx7 is just, I think, I don't know what the name of the standard gimbal is, but it's the standard that comes with it. And I think there's an option on the Qx7 where you can get Hall gimbals, but I just never, I don't know, I never got around to it. I never felt like I needed it. And I have flown with the DJI transmitter, the original one, the first one, and they do have Hall gimbals on that. And I enjoyed it, but it wasn't really enough to make me want to switch a radio link. And really what made me switch to this is just the fact that I can have tracer and I can have tracer and crossfire, which are, two of the best links in FPV right now. Not hating on Ghost or anything, because I know that the Zepto can go insanely far. But regardless, every receiver that most people are using right now in FPV, your control link will outdo your video link. Oh well. But yeah, so let's call it a quit right there and go ahead and land it. Reset. Love it so much. That's such a cool feature on this controller, is that whenever I go to reset, I can just flip it rather than flipping an entire switch. So yeah, that was the TBS Mambo on the simulator. It's smooth. There's not much to say about it. Like I said, I was worried about the throw, but as you guys saw on the sim, there is plenty of room to get the throttle response that I needed, and to really put my quad where I need it to be. And there's enough tension. I think this is some of the perfect tension I've had on a controller. So yeah, it's extremely enjoyable. So yeah, let's take it back and wrap it up. Alright, so there was the TBS Mambo in the sim. Overall, it's a very nice controller. It feels very good in my hands. Very smooth. The sticks, the Hall sensor gimbals are really awesome. I really do enjoy it. So this is only from Qx7 to Mambo. The only thing that I do not like is the wheel is plastic, and it just does not spin the same. It doesn't spin as freely. It does not spin the same way, and that's my only thing, because sometimes my finger slips even trying to get it to print. So I think I'm going to try to do a TPU housing over it and get that printed up. But yeah, like I said, if you're a Qx7 user or a big radio user, the Mambo would be okay for you. If you want best of both worlds tracer with a crossfire module, any other module in the back you want, yeah, it's pretty good. This isn't the Ethics Edition. You could get the Ethics Edition, but it's essentially the same. You're paying for aesthetics, which that's kind of part of the hobby. But yeah, like I said, overall, TBS Mambo's good. If you want to see stick cam of like real flight, I will be posting a video here soon on my 3-inch, and I'll have a stick cam up for that. So yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and share.